Hey there, this is Seth, and what I'm going to show you today in this video is the final step of the process that I go through whenever I'm trying to complete a direct mail campaign. Typically the first step is to get a list, and then the second step is to sort through that list and get it all organized and ready to go. And then the third step is this step right here where we take that list and we upload it to the service here called Click2Mail. And Click2Mail is really the best way that I know of to automate and outsource the entire process of getting your direct mail campaign done. And that includes printing your postcards, putting stamps on them, all the stuff that would normally take you hours upon hours to do. I've literally wasted entire weekends doing this in the past before I knew about this. So Click2Mail is just a very, very, very helpful tool. The first step that you would go through is to go right up here where it says print mail and products. And the mail piece that I'm going to be using is this one right here, Postcard 4.25 by 6. So we'll click on that. And then you're going to see a page that looks something like this. If you wanted to actually go and download the different templates that they have available through Click2Mail, you could do that right here. But personally, in my situation, I've already got a postcard template lined up and ready to go. I just need to upload it. So I'm just going to go right over here where it says Start Here. And then right here is kind of a calculator and just sort of a menu of options that you can choose from. In my case, I've got a very simple postcard that I'm going to send out. It's actually just like a test postcard. You'll see it in a minute. And it's a single-sided one, so I'll pick that. And then production time is going to be next day for me. So in this case, I'm sending out 500 postcards, and this is going to be black and white, and I'm going to be using a yellow paper. Once you have all of your options checked, again, you don't have to do what I'm doing. I'm just showing you one possible way to do it. I also have a double-sided postcard that I use at different times, so sometimes I use that one instead. But once you got this all figured out, you'll go here to Start Job, and then you're going to see this window right here. And you can either choose a new name for your project and type it in there, or you can just use this, which will just name the project, whatever month and year you're currently in. So I'm just going to go with that. And then it's going to show you this screen. And there's a couple things that we have to do here. First of all, we have to upload our postcard template. So I'm going to do that right now. And all we would do here is click on Upload Document, choose File, and just go to the item that you're going to upload, which is right there. And then we'll just call this whatever you want to call it. If there's a particular county or city or area that you're sending it to, you could put that name in here. I'm just going to call this Test Postcard. Go ahead and do Upload. Okay, and then once that's done, we're going to go right here and click on Select Document and save and close. Okay, so now we've got our postcard uploaded, and then you would also go down here and find the actual list of recipients that you need to upload as well. And again, you can create a list, but here in this case I've got an Excel file with everything all organized perfectly just the way I want it. So I'm just going to upload that. Call this test list. Give this a second. Okay, now depending on how you had your list organized, like just for example, this is what mine looked like. I had 5 columns for name, address, city, state, and zip. So it's pretty straightforward. If you've got a much more complicated one, then this part could be a little bit more complex, but I mean literally all I have on my list is exactly what needs to be there. So I'm just going to go ahead and click this, name, address, city, state, and zip, and all that's really doing is just directing Click2Mail, which columns to pull which data from when you're putting it in the actual address field. And then once you got that all set, you can go ahead and save and close that. And what it's doing right now is it's standardizing these addresses so that it's easier for the U.S. Postal Service to understand it if there's any weird addresses in there. So now my test list is there, so I'm going to select this one and go save and close. Okay, so I've got my order summary here. It's telling me everything I've done so far, the name of the project, type of postcard I'm using, the layout, when it's going to get produced, black and white, yellow paper, printing on both sides. So all pretty straightforward. It looks all very familiar. Now we're going to go ahead and hit continue. And what it's going to do now is it's going to force you to download a proof of what your postcards are going to look like. And that's really just for the purpose of verifying that, yep, it looks good. That's what I was planning on. Just to eliminate any possibility or misunderstanding of what you thought you were going to be ordering. Let's go ahead and download that. Okay. So now as you see, this is just my test postcard. I just wrote the word test all over it. And it's really just showing me 3 postcards of the 500 that I'm ordering. And you could do stuff like, look at these addresses, make sure those look right, make sure your message looks the way that you want it to, nothing got cut off or nothing is said incorrectly. And for all intents and purposes, this is exactly what my postcard is going to look like. This is the side with the message, and then this is the side with the address. And that's exactly what the stamp is going to look like. The only difference is that mine is going to be on yellow cardstock, not white, like this is showing. But that's pretty much just verbatim what it's going to look like. So as long as that looks good, you can go ahead and get out of that and then put your initials in here. And then once that's done, you can just add to cart. Okay, now I'm not going to create any other mailings. That's all I was going to do here. So I'm going to say finish checkout. Okay, now this is the order summary. And you can see right there the total for these 500 postcards is $237.26. And just to kind of hit these numbers again, let's do the math on that. $237.26 divided by 500 is, looks like about 47.5 cents per postcard. That is less than the cost of a regular postage stamp per postcard. So, I mean, if you were ever trying to do these postcards yourself, or even going so far as to do letters and envelopes, I mean, you would be spending significantly more than that per mail piece. Not to mention all of the time that it's going to take you, and it's going to take you hours to get it done. So just to be very clear about that, there is huge value in using Click2Mail to get this job done. It's going to save you a ton of time, it's going to save you a ton of money, and it's fast and easy, as I just showed you. But that's really pretty much it. That's the entire process. As long as everything looks good here, again, you can view the proof again if you want to. You can go back and look at your list. I mean, you can edit anything you want. But as long as that's good, all you have to do is go ahead and proceed to checkout and, go ahead and pay for the order, and you're pretty much good to go. And in terms of timing, your recipients should receive their postcard in the mail from you approximately 1 week after you've hit order on this website. Because this stuff has to go into production. They have to actually, print everything and stick it in the mail. It's got to get through the mail and all that. So once you hit order, your recipients will probably receive it within a week. And also, just a little tip for you, it's not a bad idea to add yourself in this list just so that you actually receive a postcard at the same time everybody else does. It'll just sort of help you to know, okay, yep, they've all gotten it, and you can also just get a copy of your own mailing just to make sure it looked right, and you can sort of use it to make any tweaks for your next mailing if you want to. But yeah, that's the entire process. Hopefully that makes sense and seems easy enough. And yeah, I wish you all the best with your next direct mail campaign.